So 234 today we're going to be talking about Cole Caufield's overtime winner last night against San Jose. And I actually want to break this down. This is something I've never really done on this podcast before. So something a little different. With Cole Caulfield, what really stands out to me in watching him is how the feet move, how much better his footwork has gotten, and how much better his overall playmaking game has continued to get better. When you look at where he was drafted, and when you look at when he was playing at the national team development program back in 2019, two of the bigger downsides when it came to his game was his past first game and his skating. And his skating was heavily critiqued at this time because he was an above average skater, but when it came to trying to get to places, he was a little heavy on his feet, not really that nimble. When you look at him now and how he's really transformed, what I notice is his footwork, how he's playing on his toes, and how his feet just come off the ice rapidly. So when it comes to his edge work, he's more agile and he's able to maneuver guys a little bit freely. So on this goal, what really was noticeable to me was how Caufield in the breakout situation, he gets the puck and then he retrieves the puck in the neutral zone. And then once he gets into the neutral zone, he slashes across. So when he gets to the entry, he's attacking with the wide base, a on an angle. So he's attacking with a wide base in his feet, and his stance is wider than his shoulders. So that allows him more range in terms of how he's going to control the puck. He attacks the entry on a diagonal, and then he enters the zone on a diagonal. He maneuvers all the way outside, so this allows his Canadians teammates to catch up on to him on entry and be able to maintain their positioning and stay on side. And then Macklin Celebrini's the strong side D now. So this was interesting because he was able to attack the entry. Initially, the way he was angled, he was going to attack Jake Wallman, but they ends up getting matched up against Celebrini. And the key here is that Celebrini is obviously a forward and very good player, just not normally playing defense, not normally stationed like a defender usually would. So what Caulfield does, he does a really good job of this. He pulls the puck slightly to his hip pocket and more towards his back foot and that heel on the far side, and he pulls it through his legs. And Celebrini's stick is positioned out. So if Caulfield had the puck more towards his front foot, and still in his hip pocket, Celebrini would have been able to poke this. But he does this, and then he pulls it through his legs. He dances Celebrini. Celebrini is caught flat-footed here. Again, Celebrini is not normally a D, so it's obviously hard to discredit or hard to really get an emphasis on what he'd be defensively because he's stationed in position with Jake Wallman and he's on his weak side. So he's playing the right side as a left shot. This is unfortunate for him in this scenario. So Caulfield maneuvers around him, gets in and out to the net, and he has a free top hand and his bottom hand is tight to his stick, so it allows him to maintain the grip over his stick and the control over the puck, and then his front foot is stationed to the side of his body almost. And that allows him to be able to drive the inside, attack the inside, and then maneuver freely. He gets around Celebrini, pulls the puck from backhand to forehand, and then he shelves it on the short side. What I really like about the shot too was how he was able to pull the puck quickly to his forehand, and then before the goalie even has a chance to try and poke at him or try and get set up, he immediately lifts the puck top shelf on the short side because that's not an area where normally goalies are going to be aware of, at least right away, especially with the goalie down positionally. And Caufield was able to take advantage. Now, this is a really nice sequence. I thought, from a holistic point of view, this was a game that could have went either way. And then Cole Caufield in overtime, he was just buzzing. He was humming, kind of felt like the momentum was in Montreal's favor on occasion because they were creating a lot of two-on-ones. They had some inner slot shots that were very effective and some shots inside the house that were effective. But this goal from Caulfield was awesome. Just world class goal, world class finesse, world-class puck skill to be able to maneuver with the puck in tight, maneuver around Celebrini, and then score on the short side. So just an, I wouldn't say effortless display because it took a lot of effort to be able to do this, but he made it look effortless in terms of how he maneuvered and how freely he had his body moving. He made it look easy in that sense. Again, this is by no means an easy move to try and do and try and execute. But Caufield did it so well and he handled the puck so well. He was so good at being able to, again, move, maneuver in tight, beat the goalie while he's down, and find the top shelf. So just an excellent all-around display of pure skill by Caufield in his overtime winner last night.